Hello, welcome to the Four Direction. I'm your host, Mary Apollo, and this is Chat with Mary Apollo, the Four Direction. Today is June 6, 2024, uh, and today we have a special episode. Uh, we are thrilled to share an incredible story of some African dreamed at the 2024 World Sustainability Forum in Malaga, Spain, that held from 11 to 11 June to June 12, 2024. Team Hakuna Matata, Akabir, Umuedo, representing Africa, the continent, were crowned as the 2024 World Sustainability Cup. This diver group, led by Dr. Daniel Jibudin from Nigeria, and other African guys. We are having them here today on the show. They impressed the judges. They impressed the judges by transforming a virtual soft drink company uh, to Ambassa Tea into a sustainable brand, securing not only the champion but also they won other four additional awards. These awards are the best business for the prosperity and also the best sustainable environmental performance and the best social performance, also and the best sustainability leaders. This remarkable showcase their exceptional dedication to sustainable development practices and innovative thinking. We are excited to welcome the entire team here to the Four Direction Chat with Mary Apollo, and congratulations our your incredible achievements. First, let me start with Delight. Guys, please introduce yourself to the audience and let us know your name, what you are doing, and what your country. Let's start with Delight. Welcome, Delight, to the Four Direction. We have difficulty hearing Delight, so I think we are going to the next person. We're going to Dr. Daniel and then come back to you. Welcome, Dr. Daniel.
Thank you for having me, Mary. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here on your show. My name is Daniel, and I'm like the team captain or the team leader for the African team that represented the continent at the just concluded 2024 Sustainability World Cup. It's an honor to have myself and then our team here. Thank you.
Prince Shineze. Welcome, Prince Shineze from Nigeria. Please introduce
Yeah,
yourself.
good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. This is Prince Chinaza Uchebu here from Nigeria. Thanks for having us.
Welcome. Finally, we have our sister, female sister, Delight. Welcome. We still cannot hear you. I think you have some technical difficulties in your sound. If you will try to fix it and then logging. No. No worry. We just go back and come later on to Delight. So, starting by Dr. Daniel, how did you come with this diverse group of successful young people to the competition?
Yes. Again, it's a honor, to be here with some members of my team. We also have the South African end of the team. They are also about to join us. Silas Kimara Ochaka, he's from Uganda. He's a digital analyst and a digital marketer in real life. And we also have Mr. Leonard Tabangwa. He's from originally from Zimbabwe, but now a citizen in South Africa. He's a business analyst and an entrepreneur in South Africa. So back to your question, how were we able to form this diverse team of people, and then what were the challenges like, in preparing for the competition? I think first is the little brief history. So an American by the name Renan Gariger had been a very mutual friend of mine for about 3 years now. And as you know, I have a background in environmental advocacy, environmental education, and did complete a fellowship at the Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, here on environmental education, communication, and the sciences around taking action. So we lost contact, and around ending of March, she reached out to us and said that there's this competition. It's about sustainability. I'm aware you are very vast in sustainability, but this is a bit different. It's about corporate sustainability, and it will require representation from Africa, Europe, South America, and things like that. That it will be nice for myself, and any other African group of people to take part in the competition. So I said, okay, I will look into it, and then I did look into the website to see what is required for the registration, and discovered that it requires some amount of money. I think it's about $400 to be paid, and you have to have a team of 5 people, and then the benefits of having a certificate, the benefit of networking with some of the top corporate sustainability experts we have in the world, and then the benefit of also attending events, supporting us in our journey, supporting our programs, and being part of the community in the future. So those were like, wow, this is a good opportunity. Now, the question then was, how do we set up a team? A team, because many of us are not in one place. We have West Africans, South Africans, Central Africa, and some people even outside of the continent. How do we assemble the team? So I explained to her that our major challenge will be, paying the funds, over 400 in 5 places. That's thousands of dollars already. Paying the funds will be a challenge. And she told me, don't worry, we've got it covered. I'll make that work. All you need to do is set up a team. And that's how we were able to, set up a team of diverse group of people. I having a health background and an environmental background. Silas having a digital marketing background, and a tourism guide in his country in Uganda, and Delight having an administrative management and social impact kind of mindset, and Chinaza, having the rural farming, rural re-engineering, smart eco agricultural practice stuff. And funny enough, we're all from the same team. As you know, I have an organization called Team 54 Project. So I felt that our diverse background was like a strength for us, and then our ability to leverage on the technology we had. We used WhatsApp. At a point, we used the Google Meet. At some point, we tried out Zoom. It didn't work so well. But in all, we developed a strong communication system. We knew fully well we were representing the continent. We badly needed to be in the final, and somehow we made it work. Thank you.
So, mainly talk about what some of the challenges that face you when you are preparing for the competition and working with the team.
Oh, you mean me or Chinaza?
You, like you as
Oh,
a team
okay.
leader, what was some of
Yes.
the challenges?
One of the clear challenges that we faced, in all fairness, centered around internet connectivity and the diverse time zone that we all had to be. Because don't forget that the competition is all about, it will last for like 9 weeks, and in these 9 weeks we are all expected, submit assignments, do calculations, prepare, prepare presentations. We also at some point in the early stage had to attend lectures. We also at some point every week get updates on how we are performing and things like that. So the major challenge was getting internet connectivity, for all my teammates. Silas had some issues with internet connectivity. The Nigerian wing of things also had issues from time to time. The South African end of the team did not have so much of internet challenge, but the problem was now the time. He was also a working class person. He was also a father, because many of the time our kids or loved ones will join the brainstorming sessions. So by and large, that was there. Another thing that, though it wasn't a challenge at the end of the day, was in the first few weeks we needed to understand, what these sustainability terms were, what the ESG the corporate way that sustainability is calculated, or the corporate way that sustainability ventures are aggregated together, needed to be understood. So it means we need to go back to understanding what sustainability. So I give it up to the team, because within that 9-week spectrum, they all became outstanding experts. Delight was just magnificent, knew how to organize us, and as the only female finalist and female champion, you understand, within the team, she took charge a lot of our administrative, and also connecting with the judges, the panel, the organizers, and getting us on track. Leonard coming with his research based understanding of business management, and Silas always at the back end, when we have to enter data on the platform, on the super platform. So all those things just work together. But the major challenge, like I will say, is mainly the need for us to have more improved internet access, more better understanding of sustainability, not for us now, but for our colleagues in moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, Shineza, what surprised you most about the competition when you received the opportunity from the team leader?
All right, thank you for that question. Well, I would say I was surprised by the synergy between the team members, you know, the collaboration, and everybody wanting to showcase their talents and being competitive in the business. I think making our company sustainable was our major aim. I think it surprised me a little bit in the competition.
Delight, I'm back to you. Hopefully, we can now have you. Oh, great, great. So we skipped the introduction part. Please introduce yourself. What do you do,
Okay.
and what was your role in the competition?
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. My name is Delight Chimdito. I'm a Nigerian living in Nigeria. I am the only woman on the team. I was the administrative analyst. I have a business and a customer relationship background as well, but on the team, I was the administrative analyst. Yeah.
So take us the moment where your team was announced as winners. What was going in your mind at that time? How did you feel?
Okay. It's still very surreal to me even now because I keep saying that I didn't think we were going to win, honestly, and I'm not even trying to be humble or anything. I didn't think we were going to win. I mean, I knew we might probably be top three or something, but I wasn't expecting winning. So I still had my scarf on. I wasn't like even prepared. And then they called us and I was just screaming. Like I cannot even forget. And then I remember the organizer saying, "Oh, it was captured on camera." And it just goes to show how sometimes something seemingly, things you don't consider a big deal, and then you win it, and you're like, "Oh my God, I actually won this." I'm really glad because our hard work paid off. Like our team leader was saying, having people from various time zones, come together, trying to find a time that worked for everybody, trying to find days that worked for everybody because everybody was working. um, and just the back and forth that came with, and then just all the work that we put in eventually, and then just seeing it turn out to be what it is now was is very incredible. Still is, like I said, I'm still almost in disbelief, but
Oh,
yeah,
that's
it was truly exciting.
great feeling. So, as the only female in the team, what different perspective did you bring to the competition?
Okay. I think it's not news at this point that women are better organizers. So, yeah. So first of all, like I said, I was the administrative analyst. So I did a lot of organizing, scheduling, ensuring that because there were different times for different stages of the competition. Just ensuring that everybody was on track. Deadlines were met. But most importantly, another thing that I did was I brought a focus to the social aspect of sustainability, one of which is inclusivity and diversity, which is an important aspect of sustainability, especially when it comes to ESG. So we considered fair trade practices and community engagement, and most importantly, I ensured that we had more inclusivity in just in terms of bringing women on board in the different parts of the supply chain. Yes.
Okay, so what message do you have for women, young women and women in general who want to make a difference in the sustainability world and forums?
Okay, I'll just say that the world is more decentralized, these days, and there's a seat for everybody or anybody who's willing. So let your voice be heard. Bring your voice to important and relevant conversations, and yeah, just don't stop.
Great, wonderful. Thank you, Miss Delight. Going to Mr. Shineze, what were some of the takeaway from the competition that you have learned?
Uh, Generally, I think the competition has opened, I think, a pathway for not only me but the team members. Most of us we didn't have that sustainability background before now. The understanding, but I think we got to know more about sustainability while being in the competition, and it has been a great achievement ever since the competition ended.
Thank you. Back to very important question. What do you think the big challenges that Africa face in sustainability that need to be addressed globally and also like on the continental level?
Um, yeah, thank you, Mary, because this is a very big question that we all need to, sit back and then think it through. When you say what are the challenges that Africa is facing as it relates to sustainability, there are lots of them, but the light has been able to present a good narrative for us. One is this, that we have to be inclusive. Everybody must be willing at the same time. Critical mass of people. It's not something like 5 people, 7 people, only the head of state. No, every person in that country in Africa must be willing to agree that there is need for us to work together as a team. There's need for us to be innovative in our thinking. There's need for us to be transparent in our dealings with people. There's need for us to communicate effectively on how we need to grow. So one of the challenges I really pray that we can be able to address is bringing young people on board. Bringing young people on board for sure is the best sustainability track that any nation can do. You cannot develop when your future young ones are not in a position to help themselves. You will only end up becoming extinct. So I understand that Africa faces a lot of challenge. Like I said, technology challenge, internet penetrance, internet coverage, how to understand all these global best practices, these global concepts, and domesticate them to fit the peculiarity of the socio-economic narrative that we have. Let me just explain for our viewers. So for our viewers, it may mean nothing to them if they say the economic social governance index score is very poor for Africa. It doesn't mean anything to them. But if you say that there is a way we can help you as a farmer, as a tomato seller, as a woman that takes care of restaurants, or as a woman that sells on the street food, there's a way you can be able to be more sustainable. Sustainable in the sense that you create opportunity for yourself, for people coming behind. At the same time, you can be able to protect the environment. At the same time, you can be able to create a wellness cloud around your environment using sustainability principle. You get their attention. So one of the challenge I hope to see is the way we break down this knowledge when we see all these concepts, sustainable development goal, or the common agenda, or the need for us to diversify, or the need for us to be more inclusive, more participatory, the need for us to bring in young people. When all these terms are being said on the global level, I am hoping and praying that we'll be able to explain to our people in a language they understand, either Swahili, which is the most common language in Central Africa and some part of Southern Africa, or Hausa, which is very popular in West Africa and some part of the northern part of Africa, or Igbo, which is very common in the southeastern part of Africa, or Yoruba, which is common in the southwestern part of the continent of Nigeria, or in West Africa, or even in Ghana. So if we can be able to domesticate global best practices, global knowledge, science-based evidence in the language people understand, if we can be able to push these new global best practices that have been tested already to fit and address education challenges, health challenges, waste management challenges. We're currently having flooding episodes in many parts of Africa right now, where properties are being destroyed. If we're able to domesticate sustainability best practices, the need to take climate actions, the need to be more responsible with the environment, the need to redefine how we do business in such a way that we create harm not only for ourselves, for generations to come. If we're able to understand those concepts and sit down as a team and walk through it, mentor young people, inspire our elderly people, work with our leaders to build sustainable best practices, I truly believe we can be able to address the issue of no access to water, poor access to water, and things like that. So, but by and large, what is key for us in moving forward in sustainability is that we need to have a way we better educate our people. We need to have a way we better network. We need to have a way we better network, and address our challenges. We need to learn to work with like-minded people, right? We need to accept the fact that there is need for us to tap into the ever growing concept of digitalization, and helping our people to quickly get to speed with digitalization so that we can begin to address our local issue. So I truly feel that if we are able to address some of all these challenges I had listed in, we will be able to build a more sustainable development goal. I don't know if my colleagues have anything to add.
Do you have anything to add? Just like you, because you're also the leader of Team 54 project. Do you have any specific projects that you will apply this knowledge and skills on it soon?
Yes. Yeah, thank you for that question. So when we went into the game and then we won, then we started realizing that there is new opportunity for us, right? We discussed with the organizers, and we have had a meeting with them last week, and they were able to tell us that there's a mentorship program. Some of the top corporate leaders in Europe are in that mentorship program. So we have a 1-year mentorship program. They are looking at even inviting us to come to Europe or into the US, for the 2025 edition. They are going to involve the 5 of us in the planning for the next year edition. and that's now triggered me to start to think. While we're in the game, two or three of us had ideas. Like, I'm aware Chinaza has an idea on building a solar cubicle at the center of the carbon market. I, for once, designed an idea around an app that can translate all the sustainability principles and concepts in the different African languages. That app is called TESS, TESS. It's centered on using sustainability best principles to create environmental harmony and create prosperity for all. It will teach a market woman who subscribes to the app and wants to be sustainable what she needs to do on an individual level, what she needs to do on a community level, and what she needs to do on a global level. So just having a tool that can remind you once you log in what you want to do can be a big changer. So that's one of the projects, that I am working on. But as a team, we're also looking at helping, reproduce something like this, either in terms of workshop, seminars, to many different blocks within the African space. As you're aware, we have the West African bloc, ECOWAS. The ECOWAS Youth Council leaders is one of the many coalitions of West African groups that speak on behalf of West Africans. They've reached out to us, I think July 2nd, with a letter, congratulating us, and they are willing to work with us to create curriculums that we can use from our experience in the game to help our people. We're also looking at helping our people in the Central Africa, with Silas, who is from Uganda, in that region. We're hoping to, create like a template or like a small note where we can teach people on sustainability, how you can do businesses that can stay a little bit much longer than one expects. So by and large, what is key for us is to take all we have learned, the networking that we are beginning to see. Many of the sponsors have reached out to us; they want to work with us. So we need to brainstorm to see if we can create a more unified project, which likely will be an awareness-based project, and maybe 1, 2 pilot projects. I'm looking at eco-smart agricultural practices, specifically on organic or cash crops, and things like that. So those are some of the projects that we think we can do. So just to summarize what I've just said, uh, uh, from the end of this competition and having been declared winners, we have individual sustainability plans that we have on a different level. We also have collective plans that we have, is looking at either eco-smart agricultural practices or the awareness and further education of our people in the continent about the power of sustainability, why it matters, and why Western world are taking it more serious. Thank you.
Thank you. That's wonderful. I'm going back to Shineze. Shineze, uh, so Team Hakuna Matata has won also the best environmental performance, the best sustainability leader. I know that you are a farmer. You work in the field and you train so many young people. Do you think that what are some of the challenges that also Africa face when it comes to sustainability? If you want to add to what Doctor have said.
Well, I think the local farmer here in Africa is being posed with the challenge of not knowing fully what sustainability is. So, when a local farmer is being tutored on or being given orientation on what sustainability is, how to navigate the individual sustainability principles, talk about the planet, you talk about the people, you talk about the profit and all of that. When once they are being given orientation about how to bring each and every principle together in making sure that their businesses or their businesses is growing sustainably. I think there will be a massive production in the agricultural sector and in other business sectors, especially here in Africa, here in Africa here.
Hey, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. So, Delight, I want to go to you for in this point because you were the only female in the team. So, when we talk about sustainability, what do you think the challenges that we face, especially as young women?
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. So I think that the first thing that people, but especially women, can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Can
you.
everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So I was saying that I think I know a lot of women who are very knowledgeable. So I think knowledge, first of all, is the first challenge. There are a lot of women who are knowledgeable in about sustainability, right? Um, I myself, I learned a lot. There are a lot of things that I picked from this competition because it wasn't just they were just it wasn't just a thing of them teaching. It was also a an applicable, like something that you had to apply weekly due to the tasks that they were given. So I've been able to learn some things and then just see how some of the things we've been doing has been unsustainable. Now when it comes to ESG, the social components of ESG talks about inclusivity, you know um employee relations, the way that we, for instance, how many women, do you have across the different levels or different stages of your supply chain? So one of the things I've learned is that there are not a lot of women, and there are a lot of things that women can bring to the table. I made a joke about the fact that women are even known to be better organizers. So I'm very sure that at the different stages of the supply chain, there are places where what women bring to the table will be way more helpful, right? However, there are not a lot of that. So I'm learning that, there's supposed to be more diversity, more inclusivity, where we have more women, bring things to the table, women voices are heard, and, the ideas that they bring be implemented.
Okay, thank you. So, going to Silas, Shaniza, what is your advice for any young person who wanna enter the sustainability world? If you would like to give them,
Can anybody hear me? Am I still on?
we can hear you.
All right. I feel every young African who is interested in sustainability should interact with like-minded people, thereby educating themselves on sustainability. You know, getting involved or seeking opportunities. You know, like sustainability opportunities, especially I will refer that of Sustainability World Cup of 2025. Seeking such opportunities and interacting with like-minded people whom are sustainable in practice and uh, who are more sustainable anyways. It will help them grow their mindset and achieve their dreams of being sustainable. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful. I'm taking all of you to the last question. Dr. Daniel, Prince Shinizi, and Miss Delight. What are your thoughts for the upcoming 2025 World Sustainability Cup? We start by Dr. Daniel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. So for the 2025 Sustainability World Cup, there's going to be a meeting in September. Chinas, I don't know, is it September? Yeah, there's going to be likely a meeting in September. I think it's 11th or 12th of September, but we'll find out. And we're encouraging more Africans to form a team of 5. Make sure that you work hard to getting into the final 10. um, Go to the website, just Google 2024 Sustainability World Cup, on your search engine, and then you should be able to click on it. And like Chinaza has said, that it's key that you understand what you are going to go into, even if you don't know it in detail, but just sitting down and then looking at or reaching out to like minds. How does this affect me? How can I be more sustainable? What goes into sustainability? Why are we looking out for children that are unborn? Why not focus on those that are currently alive? Um, what's the relationship with climate change? What's the relationship with clean water? What's the relationship with renewable energy? What's the relationship of sustainability with SDGs? Why are companies going after this? These are so many questions that have been on for the last 20 years. Remember, sustainability concept has been adopted by all heads of state, all, including North Korea head of state, as the blueprint that can help mankind, be better. So the problem now is not that there is no information or no idea. The problem is the will, the willingness to go forward. The problem is, how do we explain to our people how this sustainability meets them? That they cannot continue to cut down all the trees, all in the name of building a shopping mall. That cutting down all the trees will mean more increased temperature, more flooding, more spread of diseases, and more degradation of the land, because the trees, the vegetation, the plantation, this natural ecospace all have protective livelihood generating propensities. So I truly feel that any platform that brings creativity, changes the narrative that people have about Africans, especially young Africans that are different from their fathers. So anything that can create that opportunity, young people in Africa should tap into it. It doesn't have to be global like this. Even at the national level, local level, there's a platform for health education. Go in there and learn the new best practices. There's a platform for dancing. Go in there and learn. There's a platform for singing. Go in there. You can always learn those skills and use it to drive your development. I know of a Nigerian celebrity, he has been singing for many years. He built a football stadium in his own host community. It is the largest. The football stadium can house about 3,000 young people, because he said he did that because he knew he could sing very well, but he knew he could sing for peace, for development. He was worried that the youths in his community were always fighting themselves, and he felt that sports has a unifying stuff. So with him singing, bringing in sports, building the stadium together, he has been able to create monumental peace. And once there is peace, there's a precipice for development. Once there is peace, development become more sustained. So I think for us, what is key is to encourage our young people, seize every opportunity that's in the global space, in the national space, in the sub-national space, in the local space, to share what you have. Let the entire Western world, let the global community know, not all Africans, all want to be bigger, that young people within the continent are really sincere. They're really ready to work with anyone out there to better the lives of their people and not to be burdened to the entire world. So that for us is what I think the 2025 Sustainability World Cup could bring. So we're encouraging, Africans, Ghanaians, Mali, French-speaking Africans, Portuguese-speaking Africans from Malawi, form a team of 5, build the cohesion, get to know about sustainability, get to know about sustainability development goals and how it matters to you, and then, attend the September event that's going to happen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. That's a wonderful opportunity. Shaneza, what is your
Yeah, I
expectation?
think we are advocating for a more sustainable future, and the 2025 Sustainability World Cup to me will be an opportunity for young Africans to, come out there in the world and showcase that we are ready to live sustainable, not only for our present generation, but for our future generation, the generations unborn, showcasing our talents and most importantly, winning the 2025 Sustainability World Cup. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and good luck, I think, for everybody who is participating in 2022 World Sustainability Forum. So I'm going to Doctor to give you the last to conclude and to send the message that you would like to send for the team that collaborate with you, and also for the young people who are willing to participate in the upcoming 2024 World Sustainability Forum competition.
Thank you, Mary. Can you all hear me?
We can hear you very well.
Okay, thank you so much, Mary. And first and foremost, the entire team, we want to thank you, Mary, because in May, I think 3 weeks before, the ending of the competition, you had encouraged us. You even gave us a certificate of recognition
Mm,
during the Sierra Leone Youth Diaspora Summit in Washington, D.C. You encouraged us and you were really very impressed. You also joined in our one of the brainstorming
sorry. Yeah.
session, if you remember very well, May 25. And we were shocked when, you told us that if we continue this way, we're going to win. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, a month later, nearly a month later, we did win. So on behalf of the team, we want to extend gratitude to you for using your platform to constantly create contents that are positive. The truth of the matter is that the Sustainability World Cup is just a platform that, Ed Bradford and Professor Leila Braddock, thought to themselves will create a better understanding of sustainability. Will identify and nurture people and streamline people's thoughts into how to live sustainable, how to address, some of our common goals here, quality education, quality health, clean water, build strong institution, create innovative jobs. And these are things that are all within the Sustainable Development Goal framework. So we are happy when we have other Africans like you, and of course, the African Union Youth Envoy, your very good friend, who have been encouraging us all through the process. We're very grateful. I'm also grateful to all the elders, within the US space and the elders back home on the continent, Her Royal Majesty, Dr. Ngozi Uchebu, for all her support. My lovely wife, Izioma, she's a very integral part of Team 54 project, always encouraging us, my teammates across board, very hardworking. Silas is the most hardworking man I've ever known. You're going to Uganda, you're going to the Serengeti, you're going to any of the safari experience, you must look for Silas, Kamara, or Chaka. And Leonard, all of us are willing participants. We're all people spread out from all the parts of the continent, wanting something better for ourselves. So we want to extend our heartfelt gratitude, for the remarkable journey we've had in the 2024 Sustainability World Cup. We want to thank Edmund Bradford. He's one of the co-founders of the Sustainable Development Goal. We want to thank NACO, one of the major sponsors for the Digital Enterprise Show. The Digital Enterprise Show is the largest sustainability summit that was organized in Spain just a few weeks ago. That was where we were all announced as winners. And we want to thank Professor Lila, one of the wonderful female organizers too. She's also a co-founder, for all the promises. We are all going to get certificates. The certificates will be recognized within the Europe space. We're all going to get special badge. We're all going to be part of a community. They're going to support any of our programs. We're also going to be part of future programs like the upcoming 2025 sustainability. We will likely work as mentors for the African team or for the general team. It's always wonderful when we collaborate together and you bring in people from that do not come from your same geographical location. So it's a wonderful opportunity. So we are thrilled about the the opportunities that are going to come, the new opportunities that lie ahead for new sets of Africans, Europeans, Asians. We're also happy that I'm so sorry. We're also happy that we're going to have like an African name within the team, team ambassador team, the name we use, the visual company we use, originally has an Indian background, but now we're going to have like an African team in the final 10. So the competition has demonstrated that by establishing all these wonderful platforms that have digital frameworks, that we can be able to identify talents within us that understand these concepts and can run with creating new content. So we must learn to be able to unlock, the incredible gift that God has given us as a mind, as a mindset, or as resilient people. We must be able to unlock it to achieve the sustainable development goals. And all of this is what Team Hakuna Matata, Akabor, Umuedo is all about.
A
All
quick
of the
question.
contribution led to us, becoming champions. Africa is rich of talent, you know. Africa is rich of talent, and our youths are the driving force for sustainable development goals. So I'm looking forward to working with everyone, including my teammates, in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, I have an important question before we conclude, and we should ask it. The meaning of team Hakuna Matata Akabor Amudu. What's the meaning? So,
I will allow Chinaza to answer that. Chinaza, how did we form the name?
Okay. Hakuna Matata is, I think, an African slogan which means no worries. Then Akabor is a community in Nigeria, in southeastern Nigeria, here in Imo State. Umuedo is also the name of a community in southeastern Nigeria. So Umuedo simply means the golden people. All right, so that's how we come out of the name Team Hakuna Matata Akabo Umuedo. We try to incorporate every should I call it geographical area, the east, the west, the north and south, of Africa. Yeah.
wow, that's wonderful. I think it's
Chinaza
always
has
good
said,
to see.
as you know, Mary, that Akuna Matata is a Swahili word. Swahili is one of the most common languages spoken in central and southern part of Africa. So we felt that we should bring that to the forefront. Then we also felt that, we should look for other African communities so we can form like a bond. And somehow all our competitors, because we're not the only one competing, 45 other people were in the game, a team of 10 finalists. So whenever we meet, Team Akuna Matata, Akabo Umuedo, it gives us pleasure and joy, right? Delight. I don't know if Delight has something to say about it, but that's one of the things with it. Inclusion.
Oh yes, yes. So it's just like a chant thing that we used to call ourselves to victory, and yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
Yeah, guys, I feel so powerful and energetically in communicating so many young people, and I see from the audience interaction, start like already asking how they can join the upcoming competition. But I wish you all the best for Team Hakuna Matata Akabo Modu in your upcoming endeavors, your future plans, your future project. I was so honored to join Mr. Daniel, Team Hakuna project from Nigeria, Mr. Brinsa Shinedo, also Shineza from Nigeria. He's also one of the amazing, wonderful team, and he's a farmer. Miss Delight, the only female who was in the team, and doing all this organizing. She was an organizing person and put the team together. Thank you so much for
Thank
having me in the
you,
fort. Thank
thank
you so
you,
much.
thank you for having us. Mhm.
Thank you
Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
having us.
see
Thank you
you
for having
soon
us.
in the upcoming future, and
Thank
wish you
you.
a good luck. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a good day.
You too.
Africa of talent.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, the audience who watched today's chat with Mary Apollo for direction. This was Team Hakuna Matata Akabor Mudu, who won the World Sustainability World Cup 2024 in Malaga, Spain. And they also won the best business prosperity, the best environmental performance, the best social performance, and the best sustainability leaders. We are encouraging all the young people to keep forward, seeking for these opportunities. We know that Africans has so many talented people and young people with innovative ideas. Let's come together, form our teams, and unite, and get to the world, not just the world of sustainability, but the world of creativity globally, in various industries. So the future is for young people. Thank you so much. See you in a different episode. Again, my name is Mary Apollo, and this is the Four Directions chat with episode. Bye. Have a wonderful day.